Hey fam, it's me, Aaron.
Triforce Mike.
I'm back from vacation. I had a blast. I read so many comic books. I read Day Tripper. I was so wrong about that. It was one of the best comics I've ever read. Really? I thought it was just some like artsy travelogue. It was brilliant. Made me cry twice. Twice, yes. Is
it a Beatles reference?
No.
Okay, because I know you don't like the Beatles.
No. No, and it's not because I'm anti-British. I just don't like it. I don't like Elvis either. I don't like stuff I'm supposed to like just because other people liked it before I was born.
But then do you not like stuff that you're supposed to like just because they like it?
Oh, you're talking about like Chew? Because like I didn't read. Everyone kept telling me read Chew, read Chew, read Chew, and it's like, dude, I already read Walking Dead. I don't really like zombies. I was like that Blair Butler quote, and I read all 3 volumes of Chew and I freaking loved it. And then unfortunately, I read 3 volumes of Milligan's Hellblazer. And it was great.
Brilliant.
And then I had bought the new comics for the week because I'm a fiend at Heroes Aren't Hard to Find in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I read that Swamp Thing, and it was just some plonker stuff, man. I was like, I don't know what geezer wrote that, but it wasn't Milligan. So I can't wait for Justice League Dark. Constantine by Milligan.
Oh,
Word.
Choice.
So, yes. Flashpoint. Project Superman is the book of the week for Flashpoint. Scott Snyder's plot.
Oh, man.
And just from this plot, you should be sold on it. Okay, so Superman is in this rocket, baby, and he's gonna land in Kansas, not Russia, but Kansas, and instead he crash lands in Metropolis with a bunch of meteorites from his planet, which blew up, and he kills all of Metropolis. That's not a spoiler. That's the premise.
That's the cover,
and it's great.
Yeah,
and I'm just all about it.
I'm down.
Canterbury Cricket. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a one shot. That's great. It's great that it actually says one shot, not one of 3, but. You know, Mike Carlin obviously had fun with it.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of different bug characters, ambush bugs. And it's a one-shot. So
I mean, the way I see it is that, like, the weird stuff for Flashpoint's been the best stuff so
I
far.
loved Outsider.
Outsider was great.
It was like a Indian Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
You know,
I kind of like a Black Adam character.
So,
like,
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
You might like that. You might not. I think a lot of people like it.
I'm going to try it. Like,
right. Green Arrow Industries. I freaking loved. It was like, thank you, Reverse Flash, for taking all that liberal whiny crap out of like Oliver Queen's mouth. I don't need any more like Robin Hood references.
Right.
I don't need any of this like, oh, the poor, I'm rich, I'm gonna give to the poor.
It has been heavy-handed.
Oh my god, and then the forest and then blah 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 blah. I just want this rich guy to just have fun, just be decadent. Just he's a mercenary, he steals weapons from villains, and he just has fun. Thrill seeker, adrenaline junkie, it works. There's guest stars that are obvious, like Roy. There's guest stars that are surprises, like I'm not gonna tell you. And the missile is the Green Arrow that Hal Jordan's going to have to launch at, you know, Atlantis or Themyscira type of paradise.
Get rid of them all.
Yeah, so this was a really fun one-shot. It was great.
And it says one-shot.
Yeah, it does say one-shot.
And this one says one-shot.
And I don't know what Reverse Flash did. Like maybe he posed as like a poor person and like beat him up as a kid. I don't know.
Raped him.
Whatever. Whatever he did is great.
Yeah,
it's very great. Hal Jordan. This is written by one of Jeff Johns' super friends, Adam Shagman. But Jeff Johns is in LA, and he watched that show Entourage, and he made his own Entourage. People have always said it's Jeff Johns and Super Friends. It's a lot more like Entourage, because he just put these guys together, and they all just like, oh, what do I do next, Jeff Johns? What do I do next? He's like, we got this big thing coming, but you want to write some Flashpoint tie-ins? And that's what they do, and a lot of them have been really good. These guys have been pretty cool. Jeff Johns has some cool friends, and you know, like some are written by Turtle, but others are written by, you know, whatever. It's good stuff. Reverse Flash, however, I didn't like. I just didn't like it. There's a few reasons. One, the reveal isn't all these things that Reverse Flash obviously did to screw up Barry's friends in the Justice League. The reveal was the same stuff I got from Flash Rebirth if I read it with a clear head, or that one shot that Jeff Johns did about Reverse Flash, which was
a couple issues ago,
which was golden.
Really good.
The only new thing in it pulled me out of the story I didn't like. It was Barry had a friend that, as a little kid, that Reverse Flash stole from him.
Yep.
And that's fine. Whatever. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And the friend and him like comics together. I can relate to that. I had friends that we were outcasts and we liked comics together.
Yeah.
I'm sold. And then it had the whole like pre-crisis continuity where Barry read comics of Jay.
Right.
Don't know how it jiggers, but
I love that idea.
I agree with it. Sure, that's cool. So Barry as a little kid is reading Flash and he's like, oh man, I love Jay. I love Jay. He's so smart. And his friend says, nah man, I want that power ring. No evil shall escape my sight. Now, Hal would be Barry's age. Hal is no evil shall escape my sight. Hal is a power ring. Jay would be Alan Scott's contemporary.
Right.
It would have been Alan Scott who had a magic ring and a magic lantern and magic wishes.
Yeah.
That's not, you know, I could accept the power ring, but then No Evil Shall Escape My Sight is Hal Jordan's oath.
Yep.
Alan Scott's oath was, and I shall shed my light over dark evil. Didn't like it.
Didn't like it. And
oh yeah, there's no editor at the wheel.
Yeah, no editor. First issue of 3, it was a one-shot.
Yes.
And like really, it was more like a issue 0. It was like a secret origin of something we already knew. So,
Green Lantern Warriors does not spoil anything about War of the Green Lanterns. Yes, we're still waiting on Green Lantern 67. Yes, it's late. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
I love getting all 3 issues at once, and now there's just been this dearth of Green Lantern. But this is a great one-shot with Guy Gardner. Lots of fun. Had a money shot of Guy Gardner. You know, money shot.
Money shot.
With Guy and some chick, and it was awesome. And you know, it won't ruin anything. It's a great single issue, one and done story. Enjoy Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
Venom, this was the payoff that I wanted since I first heard Flash Thompson.
It's great.
The classic Peter Parker is when someone hates Spider-Man and is confiding in Peter and doesn't know Peter is Spider-Man.
Like Gwen Stacy.
Or Harry.
Yeah.
Or Jonah, anyone, you know, like
anyone.
But just these classic things. And now you have where his best friend Flash is Venom and he's Spider-Man, and they don't know each other as each other.
That's awesome.
And what you probably get that you guys really want is them fighting for most of the issue, and that's great. What I got that I really wanted, that I wanted so much because I just love subtext, and you know, I just love dimensions of character and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's Flash and Peter both on the couch and talking about how much they hate the other one's alter ego, and then defending the other alter ego, and they don't know that each other's the other.
Awesome.
It was so good. Like Peter's
awesome.
like, man, I hate Venom, and Venom's like, man, that Spider-Man is not as good as what I thought he was, even though I liked him a lot before I was Venom. And I don't know, I loved it. Wolverine versus Marvel Universe was great.
Oh God.
It's the prequel to the Punisher versus Marvel Universe, but that doesn't really matter. You can read this without reading that because it's the prequel.
Yeah.
And it's very well written. It has tons of violence, tons of killing, Wolverine killing, but it also has a lot of great characterization, and it's framed with Wolverine fighting one of his best friends, Colossus.
It's awesome.
And I loved it. And Patient Zero's in here, Spider-Man. And what you don't know is they're kind of cross. They're kind of like 28 Days Later, kind of like this rage cannibal weirdnesses. And it's a lot of fun. So, incidentally, if you do get this and love it, that Punisher versus Marvel Universe is in softcover out the same day.
Yeah.
And that's smart.
That's good.
I really liked it. Jonathan Mayberry, great horror writer.
Yeah.
And he really excels at that. So give it a shot. Marvel Universe versus Wolverine, #1.
Sick.
Great.
It's good.
Now, here's the biggest thing for a comic shop this week is The Walking Dead. We're having Charlie Adlard here.
Whoa.
It's relevant to this video because this book comes out. Who cares? It's just another issue of Walking Dead. I'd like to say we planned that perfectly, but we didn't. So, new issue Walking Dead. Charlie Adlard's going to be here on Thursday from 4 to 8, signing whatever. I don't care. I'm not the type of store that's like, he only signs what you buy at my store that day. I don't freaking care.
Yeah, just bring whatever.
Bring whatever, dude. It's going to be fun. And here's another thing. I just want friends. And that's everything I've done. It doesn't make any business sense. I just want friends. And I have Walking Dead Volume 1, which is a $10 book, and Volume 2, which is a $15 book. And at a comic shop through Thursday, you can buy 1 and get 2 free. So spend $10, get $15 free. That's almost like I put a $5 bill in your hand.
Yeah.
Almost, not quite. If you don't think about it that hard, it is that. So that's great. And here's my advice part of the video, which I've never done.
Okay.
I do a lot of cons. I do a lot of signings. I do a lot of stuff, and I've noticed an unwritten rule, kind of like on Jay and Silent Bob with the hitchhiking.
Right.
So
Carrie Fisher.
Yes.
It was hot.
When you get a hardcover, when you get the premium stuff, an omnibus, a compendium, a slipcase, anything hardcover,
big and
anything
sexy.
that's, you know, over and above the softcover or the floppy, it's almost like the artist feels like they have to do a little head sketch in it.
Yeah.
It always happens to me.
I've seen that.
It's happened to so many other people. I've seen it over and over and over again. I saw it with Pia Guerra and the Why Last Man signing. She drew in every single hardcover. Buy a hardcover, bring it to a signing. They feel compelled to do a sketch in it.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a head sketch, they feel compelled to do more than just signing. And I liken it to, like, say you're with your significant other.
Okay.
And you do the oral pleasure.
Right.
You know it's going to reciprocate.
So if you dive into the muff sandwich,
right,
they're gonna
go back. You know, so
it's true.
It's
I've done
unwritten. It's not guaranteed, but it happens so seldom that it's not reciprocated. That's the weirdness that someone would say.
Gotcha.
So it's like, man, I came to Adlard with this huge omnibus, and he just signed it with a Sharpie. And, you know, I'm telling you, I can't guarantee it.
Right.
But
and you can't guarantee the going down reciprocation.
And don't be a jerk about it.
Yeah.
Don't be a Dick Grayson about it. But I really think if you have the hardcover and you're waiting in line, you will see the person in front of you with the floppies or the soft cover is just gonna get a little thing. You're gonna get a head sketch. So hardcover, you get head.
You get head.
And that's it for our immature video of the week. Thanks, guys. Bye.